And now instead of why she with me, is why is he with her? You know?
So, okay. So we got after we got all the information. This is one thing I never talked about. So talk about the kids because we had to eventually tell the kids. So we sat them all down in the dining room at the table. We had a family meeting after I made them their favorite dish, and talk about that. So did you feel like? How did you feel like they would take it before we even told them? What was your expectation of them?
How my expectation was still for them. I mean, they're kids, so it was how is their life going to change? That's what it was, and then most of them. For most of them, that's what it was. Cause we had one kid asked, well, what's up with the birthdays?" So it was like, okay, you don't give two cares. Really, not saying they don't care, but like at the end of the day, it's their life. How is this gonna affect my life right now? I mean, the kids. There's nothing past that this 12, 10, 9, 16 years
Well, that's
right
the thing.
now.
Our older kids were crying.
They cry because, well, you already know me. They cry because that's how they all. Everybody is told shown how to take in information.
I think that was the clear. I think that anybody who hears cancer, and I'm saying they cried, but they heard cancer.
The worst.
Right, they heard cancer. They thought the worst. So in the beginning, initially they cried, and so we kind of broke down.
I was about to say it was a cry of ignorance.
Like, yeah, oh,
it was cancer. I don't want you to go.
I don't want you to die. Yeah, definitely. I don't want you to die. Like the older three. Well, the older two and in the middle. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah, older two and in the middle were boo-hooing.
For no reason.
Yeah, he didn't cry. He didn't have questions. But the older two and in the middle one were boo-hooing. And we had to kind of, information just helps with that. You know what I mean? So we had to talk about, everything. And then keeping everybody clean. We have 5 boys. So keeping the house clean was important. Keeping your hands washed. We bought a crap load of face masks. Like, we have like 3 boxes of like 100 count face masks for everybody. Everybody had to get the flu shot for the first time. Yeah. And other than that, we've pretty much let them maintain their regular lifestyle.
That's the best as possible.
Yeah. Make sure. Yeah. They still help out when we need them to. And during the harder parts, they would come knock on the door and check on me and things of that nature. But for the most part, their lives haven't really been affected. My 13-year-old told me like a week ago he forgot I had cancer. Literally. He was like, "Oh, I forgot you have cancer." I was like, I didn't know whether to take that as a compliment or not. But yeah.
Hey, they life gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
Life goes on for sure. So they've cooked dinner some nights. I'm like, they're not babies. So,
babies. Teach your kids young. Yeah. Don't be scared. A kid can do anything. You teach them to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody, for the most part, can cook in the house. Mm-hmm. Our youngest, we don't let him cook by himself, of course, but they know how to use a crock pot. They know how to fry some fish. They know how.
Hey, homemade potato fries.
Yeah, yeah.
They
can survive. They can survive. They know how to make spaghetti.
Yeah.
Oh, they can cook cornbread.
Casserole.
Cornbread casserole.
Cornbread casserole.
Yes.
Might catch some diabetes out there once you
get all that sugar in the cornbread. Hey. It's good though. It do be good. But no, so they're very self-sufficient. We just have to stay on them as far as just staying cleaning up by themselves. Typical kid stuff. But yes, teach your kids. They clean up behind themselves. They do dishes. They do windows. Everybody is responsible for themselves. Like I said, the only one who gets a little leeway is our youngest. But he'll, we're slowly kind of growing him out of that space. Yeah. So, yeah. So how has our relationship changed? Okay, so y'all saw the picture of me and I was bald, right? So how do you feel about the bald? Because when I'm not out, and honestly, like 60% of the time I'm out, I am bald. Like I don't do this when I go out. It depends on where I'm going, for real, for real. So, how do you feel about walking around this world or being around a bald chick? Has it changed your attraction? Has it changed the way you look at me? It obviously changed the way people looked at us, but in your mind?
Oh yeah, now instead of why she with me, is why is he with her? You know, I get that. No, I mean to understand is educate yourself on cancer, to understand what's going on, and what's going to. This is what happens when you don't have a prepped answer.
No, you good.
But nah, it's just understanding and not being ignorant. This, helped me out.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. Plus, I didn't get with her because she looked good. I mean, it helped, but it was really her heart and her. I could sit back and have a conversation with her that attracted me to you.
My ability to raise a kid.
The ability, and I needed a nanny too. So
single dad.
That came into it. She and she was really pretty impressive. She climbed 10 flights of stairs to meet me after a phone call. It was just a phone call, but this is not that story. So it hasn't the way I look at you hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the understanding of what's going on with your body.
Yeah. I remember the first time you saw hair on the pillow. Remember that?
I know.
You know? So
you have to tell me my reaction. I probably said something funny.
No, you were like, oh shit. You was like, because there's a lot of it. And then we shaved it off. Mm. That's when we shaved it off. There's a lot of hair on the pillow.
I just want to make sure I didn't say, yo, you shedding like a Yorkie or something.
Yeah.
So I'm glad.
You just like, it kind of, I feel like it kind of hit you then, like, yo, because you had made a comment about like, yo, this is like an inside out thing. And I was like, yeah, because it's not as evident. In the beginning, you can't really see it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't see the effects in the beginning. Even though in the beginning, the way we did, my chemo, we did the hard stuff first, but it took a while for everything to kind of start showing on the outside. And so I still, kept my hair for a second. I didn't cut it off right away, so, hair was shedding, and it was kind of like, okay, it's one of the kind of outward symptoms showing itself. So.